The high-cost U.S. rescue mission in Iran has turned into a multi-million-dollar setback, exposing vulnerabilities in ongoing operations. An F-15E Strike Eagle crash forces the U.S. into a desperate recovery operation deep within hostile Iranian territory. Each $100 million apiece aircraft destroyed represents a massive blow during high-stakes missions penetrating Iran's defenses. Washington burns through vast resources just to recover from its own mounting losses amid escalating regional tensions. As losses mount rapidly, President Trump resorts to curse-filled rants demanding Iran reopen the Strait of Hormuz immediately. A high-risk U.S. rescue mission inside Iran has drawn attention not only for its tactical complexity but also for its massive cost and the reported losses suffered during the operation. The mission was launched to recover the second crew member of a downed F-15E Strike Eagle after the aircraft was shot down over Iranian territory during a combat sortie. For this operation, the U.S. deployed several highly specialized aircraft, including the MC-130J Commando II, a long-range special operations transport configured for dangerous, low-visibility insertions. The MC-130J is among the most advanced aircraft in the U.S. inventory, designed to operate in hostile environments, penetrate defended airspace, and support covert or special operations forces. Each MC-130J is estimated to cost over $100 million, underscoring the enormous financial stakes involved when such platforms are committed to a single mission. These aircraft are equipped with sophisticated sensors, secure communications, and the ability to refuel in midair, enabling them to penetrate deep into contested territory and remain on station for extended periods. Despite their advanced capabilities, the mission reportedly encountered major challenges on the ground, including intense Iranian air defenses and local militia activity. U.S. officials have confirmed that two of these MC-130J craft were destroyed during the course of the operation, marking a significant material loss for the U.S. Special Operations Aviation Fleet. According to the Tasnim news agency, Iranian defenses targeted multiple U.S. aerial assets, including helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft, during the high-risk raid. The so-called rescue operation of the U.S. Army, which was planned under the guise of an immediate free-and-escape operation on the pretext of rescuing its downed aircraft pilot at an abandoned airport in southern Isfahan, ended in complete failure with the timely presence of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Following prior information and further examinations by experts present at the scene, it was determined that two C-130 military aircraft and two Black Hawk helicopters of the U.S. Army were destroyed through the fulfillment of promise and help of Almighty God, as well as the sacred wrath of the soldiers of Islam and the powerful armed forces. This action increased the level of repeated failures of the U.S. Army. It became clear to all that the cowardly and defeated U.S. Army, in this imposed war, is not considered a dominant or superior force in the face of the divine will of the Iranian armed forces. Following this glorious and victorious operation, the defeated U.S. president, hastily and falsely, through psychological warfare, tries to escape from the scene of defeat and, like in the past, continues his absurd claims and deflections. Although the reality of the battlefield itself demonstrates the superiority of the powerful armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. This development comes as President Trump has once again vowed hell for Iran in a profanity-filled Truth Social post, ratcheting up the rhetoric surrounding the conflict. Trump specifically threatened Iran over control of the vital Strait of Hormuz, which is currently under severe blockade by Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) forces, disrupting regional shipping and energy flows. Iran's Revolutionary Guard reportedly said it had downed U.S. jets, drones, and cruise missiles across multiple regions. Tehran also alleged it shot down two MQ-9 drones and destroyed a Hermes drone in key provinces. The US A-10 Warthog was also reportedly hit, with the pilot ejecting safely before the aircraft went down in Kuwait, NBC said. Iran also said another US jet was hit and later crashed into the Strait of Hormuz. Planet Labs said it will indefinitely withhold satellite imagery of Iran and the wider conflict area. The move followed a U.S. request to satellite firms for an indefinite withhold of imagery, according to reports. The California-based company announced the decision in an email to customers, according to reporting cited by the Times of Israel. The new restriction expands an earlier 14-day delay already imposed on Middle East imagery. Planet Labs said the move was meant to prevent adversaries from using the images to attack the United States and its allies. Reports citing Planet Labs said the restriction applies retroactively from March 9, 2026. Planet Labs also said it would shift to a managed distribution of images rather than a normal release system. Under that approach, requests could still be considered for urgent, mission-critical, or public interest cases. Planet Labs said, and I quote, "These are extraordinary circumstances, and we are doing all we can to balance the needs of all our stakeholders." Unquote. This blackout reduces public and commercial visibility into battlefield damage inflicted by Iran across the conflict zone. Militaries use satellite technology for target identification, weapons guidance, missile tracking, and communication support. Analysts say Iran could still be accessing commercial imagery, including imagery obtained through U.S. adversaries or other indirect channels. That matters because Iran has repeatedly claimed successful strikes on U.S. assets and military targets in the region.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.